this franticness of like, really trying to like get this number down on a scale. And I'd do it and it would be successful and I'd lose the 20 pounds, 30 pounds even. And then I would always gain it all back after I was like white knuckling trying to make this last. And I would always gain it back. And now it's just like slowing down, listening to my body, listening to its cycles, and just like slowly building this like feminine, slow pace, intentional life, whether that's with eating, with exercise, sleep, like all of it. And this feels just so much more like nourishing and love. It's this dynamic, living, intelligent, breathing thing that wants to co-create with me. Whereas before, my body was just this object that I would project a lot of internal hatred onto because I wasn't loving myself enough. If you are newer to working out, or maybe you're kind of self-conscious, this is a video for you. I am talking to myself. I am literally had these conversations with girlfriends, girls who are like young, completely in shape. Like this is something I feel like can apply to a lot of women who are working out. And these are just a couple observations or pieces of wisdom that I have gained over the past like 6 months or so. I've started to do like more in-person workouts with groups, which is like completely new to me. Actually, this hoodie here, sweatshirt, is from the yoga studio I was going to. So this yoga studio, a Pilates and a Lagree studio, I've been doing group classes, and it's very new for me. And I think I am in worse shape and older than I was when I was, let's say, maybe 20 trying, and 35, 20 trying to go to these classes. But how I feel about it, the confidence and like the mindset is completely different. And I just wanted to give some wisdom and some things that I've consciously had to deal with, and like my girlfriends and I have chatted about. So let's have some sister talk. I think the first and foremost thing, there is this huge enlightenment with women about their menstrual cycles and like really tracking it, understanding it, being really informed about it. So I will just venture to say that you're probably more versed in your cycle, the hormone shifts, and like what that implies from there. I'm just gonna overgeneralize here, and if this intrigues you, you can like look more into it and also look at your specific cycle. So every month you have a period, and so you kind of have this first half of the month, which starts when your period starts. We'll call that like the first half, and then you have the second half of the month, which is after you ovulate, and it's like leading up to your period. So in that first half, like after your period, your estrogen begins to rise. This is the follicular phase. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but essentially your estrogen starts to rise, and it's like your springtime leading into summer when you ovulate, and you have a lot more ability and capacity mentally, physically, hormonally, recovery-wise, to like work out really hard and be able to push yourself and just like boom, show up like a badass. Then after you ovulate and leading up to your period, on this second half we talk about, with more progesterone, whatever, I don't know how to say that, you will then go into like your fall leading into the winter of your period. And you naturally are going to start to crave more foods, maybe be a little more tired, PMS, PMDD. Like workouts will be more challenging for you, not just physically and recovery wise, but even like mentally and energy wise. Of like even being able to get yourself to the gym can look a lot different than that follicular phase we were talking about after the period. So one thing I noticed is when I go in during those follicular, summer, spring, whatever periods, and I'm just feeling like a badass mentally, physically, everything, I'm not eating as much because your body requires less calories during that phase. How I feel about myself and how I can handle a group workout class is, let's say my personal 10. But then after I ovulate, the time leading up to my period, I want to eat more. I'm not feeling as good about myself. Maybe I'm bloated, like, more mental stuff is going on, physical stuff. you're craving more food, you're more tired, you're more lethargic. So getting to the class and doing the class, I'm like at, you know, a lower, like let's say my personal 6. And even my perspectives on like me and how well I'm doing and people judging me and all of that stuff is perceived a lot differently in this phase. So if you think about it, I was telling this to one of my friends, you could be like in your personal 6 or your personal like low time and be working out next to a girl who's in her personal 10. She's in her best time. And so you are even gonna feel this like comparison, this down on yourself even more. So just be mindful that you, with women, you know, just be mindful that this is even a concept, that our hormones and our menstrual cycle change, you know, everything about what I was just saying. So you could be comparing, it's kind of like, to make it physical, let's say, oh my God, you look like this, like your hair's not done, you literally have your nose strip still on, you have no makeup, and you're gonna go compare yourself to a girl who's like red carpet ready, glammed up, had the whole squad there for hours. I mean, of course, obviously not to negate that, like we all have our own fitness levels, where we're at on the journey, how long we've been doing things, our own strength and all of that stuff. But these nuances, I feel like, have really helped me understand my own self and like how to push myself with working out. And when I want to like judge people, especially, or not judge people, judge, well, I guess I'm thinking that people are judging me. Well, now through this self-talk and maturity and whatever, it's less of a noise. Actually, other than one coach, and let's say with these, oh my gosh, yeah, it's been at least 6 months of me doing stuff, let's just say at minimum weekly to like average it out. I have had one coach, one person, one time make me feel some type of way. Other than that, maybe because of my age, these mindsets, no girl has made me personally feel some type of way. And that's the truth, is like we get scared to go into these group classes or go to the gym or anything because we think people are going to be judging us or laughing or mean or like, I don't know, whatever you might be thinking. Or like, wow, you know, I was dragging ass and this girl next to me was kicking butt. Like, I need to get it together. Like, comparing yourself. Maybe she's not being mean to you. Maybe she's really nice, but you're thinking like, how is she like, you know, Skipper Barbie and I'm over here dragging ass. So really just think about your menstrual cycle. And then the obvious stuff, like people aren't thinking about you. They're focused on their own workout. I mean, I don't ever really look at people or really care what they're doing. Like, I'm just focused on me. I'm focused on my workout. I want to start wearing these. Talk about not caring what people think or knowing they're not judging you. I think I'm going to try wearing these to class. Haven't done it yet. Tomorrow I will, and see if that really helps with the exercise, because another tip, like breathing is just so important during these exercises and just really connecting to the body. Like, it's more important that you do something like with, you know, less whatever, like less reps, less weight, less intensity, whatever, but you're really like slowed down and connected to your body and like engaging and feeling things. I think when I was younger and I tried to work out, granted, like I said, I haven't done actual workouts in years, but I think it was just like, okay, like put on the most weight or like buckle through it. And I was kind of like in this chaos, like frenzied energy of just like, blah, like I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just trying to like rush through stuff. I'm trying to keep up, and like I have to do everything and I have to do all the reps. Whereas now when I'm in like Pilates or Legree, if they're gonna go for 2 minutes and I can only do 1 minute and my body doesn't want to do more, I just stop. I don't care. But for that 1 minute, I'm so mindful, I'm so engaged, I'm listening to my body. And then if they want to, you know, do more weight, more springs, and like I'm just not ready for it, I don't do it. So obviously, just be super connected to your body. Stressing yourself out and raising your cortisol and having this like frenzied workout is not gonna make you feel like how I personally believe workout should. For me, when I go to yoga or Pilates or Legree, like I'm there like almost as a body meditation. Like I'm there to connect with my body. I'm there to feel muscles. I'm there to like release things. I'm there to like just be in my own little world with my physical self and be like super dropped in and present and like feminine and slow with it and like meditative. I'm not there to just be like, okay, yeah, I did the thing, done. Like it's, I don't know why this example came up to me. It's almost like just this certain act that you can do with a partner. It's like, is it just like, okay, yeah, there we go, done. Okay, we're over. Or is it like, let's set the mood, let's be intentional, let's connect. I think you know what I'm saying? And then it's like this whole experience. So it's like the journey, not the destination of like, okay, I finished this 45-minute class, I did all this, and you're just kind of like spazzed out. It's better that you did less, but were super engaged, embodied, felt this feminine flow, felt this connection. So that is like such a different mindset. And my intention is never to like make sure I do all the things or do as many reps or do the most weight or anything at all. My intention is always, like I said, to just feel different muscles engaging, connect with my body, let it move, let it flow. Even in yoga, a good yoga instructor will tell you like, listen to your body and just do what your body needs. I don't really hear it as much in like the workout classes like Pilates or Legree, but yoga instructors, at least good ones that I've had, they're like, do whatever you want. Like if this doesn't call to you, if you want to stay in this position longer, like do your thing. And I literally was in this yoga class where I was just doing my thing like the whole time. Like I was just so embodied and feeling it, and she's calling stuff out and I'm just moving and flowing and feeling and letting my body lead with its infinite intelligence and telling me what to do. And at the end of class, I saw her coming towards me and I was like, oh, like, you know, like, is she like gonna tell me like, hey, you were distracting, you know, because you were just doing whatever? And she was like, beautiful practice, way to listen to your body. So I still feel it like, that was just like such a great validating moment. Like what a good yoga teacher. So whether it's like in a yoga stretching class, Pilates, Legree, anything you're doing, just listen to your body. And if it wants to do a different move, if it wants to do less, if it wants to do more, just listen to yourself. Like we are, again, if you think that 30 women can do the exact same workout and be fully listening to their body, like one size cannot fit all with 30 different living, breathing, dynamic women with all of these different things going on in their life. So just that is another thing to like really be mindful of. Like these are suggestions that the instructor is making. Another thing I've tried to be more mindful of recent when I've gotten to some like pushing my body a little more, like doing Legree, is to make sure that I'm getting protein. And I do eat before, a little bit before I go to classes, and I definitely eat after. If I sweat a lot, I'll drink like a high quality coconut water, but I try to go for vegan protein if I can. If it's not accessible, then I'm gonna eat chicken or what have you, but black lentils, yogurt, like a nice high quality, like Greek yogurt with whole fat milk. I don't know, I'm literally blanking. Eggs. I've been really into these little quinoa rice crackers and putting like eggs and avocado on it with some like garlic, salt. That's like super good. I don't know, ask ChatGPT, they'll give you a million things. I'm not like the expert in that area, but it is important, do your own research for what works for you and your lifestyle and goals and all of that, and your weight and your age and what kind of diet inclusion you're into. But just, I do think protein is something that I only just recently, in the past probably month, was starting to be more mindful of while moving my body more. So just really getting those macros. The other thing, and this is a quote my dad always says, I have no idea where it came from: go slow to go fast. I have, like I said, on average, maybe did one class a week. In the past 6+ months, I've been really making a commitment to move my body. I think people are like, okay, like get the unlimited package. I got to go 2, 3, 4 times a week, blah, 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 blah. And then they just fall off. Whereas if you just commit to 1, maybe 2 classes, that's where I'm at right now, is like trying to get to 2 classes a week. Before, my commitment was just 1. But it built over time. I was trying to do yoga at least once a week, And then I was trying to do like a Pilates or a Legree at least once a week. I think I've probably been going twice, but at least once is what I want to commit to. And it's like that slow burn of just not trying to do some crazy commitment that isn't going to be sustainable. And the other thing is, back to the menstrual cycle, I love that this is just a lot more talked about now, is you might, in that first half, that follicular phase, when you're in that spring and summer, you might want to go 2, 3, 4 times a week. But then when you get to that other half, you might want to only go once a week, or just do 2 yoga classes. So just know, like, through the month where you're at to switch up your routine. That's been huge for me. So when I know that I'm in that phase, I really try to push myself. I really try to be mindful of, like, does my body need calories? Because that little gap of your springtime, like after your period before ovulating, that is like my prime time to like get in the Legree workouts, get in my intermittent fasting, because that's what's most conducive naturally to your system. And then again, when it's the other time, like leading up to my period or on my period, I slow things down. Maybe it's more walks and more yoga. So I know, men, they have, a lot more, they have the daily rhythm. So they might wake up every day, be able to hit the gym or multiple times a week, and like just all throughout the year, like that is their schedule. For me personally, as a woman, mine changes monthly, like I just described. So go slow, go conducive to what your body's naturally doing and wanting. It's better, I believe, like just not to push yourself. It's kind of like crazy diets, like people fall off. I haven't been on a diet. I've changed a lot with my lifestyle and it has stuck. And this is probably the longest that I have actually sustained doing a healthy lifestyle change as far as my, like what I'm eating and how I'm moving my body. In the past, I would do things that were like, a firework. It's there 1 second, it's intense, and then it's gone the next. This is like a slow, steady burn of a campfire, It's there, it's stable, it's staying, it's nothing flashy and crazy, but it is sustainable. And I would, like, in the past, go on keto, work out all the time, and I would just burn myself out. And I would drop weight because I'd be doing keto and calorie restriction. I do intermittent fasting. I'd be doing all the things. I'd be drinking ACV. I'd be listening to Dr. Berg. I'd be trying to get to 1 meal a day. Like, this franticness of, like, really trying to, like, get this number down on a scale. And I'd do it, and it would be successful. And I'd lose the 20 pounds, 30 pounds even. And then I would always gain it all back after I was like white knuckling trying to make this last, and I would always gain it back, if not plus more, and it was just never sustainable. And I've done that several times in my life to where finally at 35, I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore. It's been literally 4 years since I've been in some sort of cycle like that, and I will never do that again. And now it's just like slowing down, listening to my body, listening to its cycles, and just like slowly building this like feminine, slow pace, intentional life, whether that's with eating, with exercise, sleep, like all of it. And this feels just so much more like nourishing and love. And it's like, I'm here like listening to you, protecting you, loving you, honoring you. My body and I are in this like love, like this slow dance, like we're in love together. It's this dynamic, living, intelligent, breathing thing that wants to co-create with me. Whereas before, my body was just this object that I would project a lot of internal hatred onto because I wasn't loving myself enough. And I'm like, it's my body's fault. And like, if only this would happen, I could feel this way. And like, it needs to be smaller and I need to be skinnier and blah, 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 blah. It was just like, honestly, an abusive masculine relationship of me, just treating my body really poorly and trying to like be this dictator over it and it was like this object that I was trying to force into a certain size and restrict, and it's just insane how different my relationship is with my body now. It's truly, like I said, this love affair where I actually am doing these things because I want to nurture it, because I want to feel good, because I want to support what's already naturally cycling and happening. And it just feels so good. It's such a form of self-love and self-care, and I'm just super happy. I don't feel any stress. I'm not trying to hit a certain goal weight. I'm not trying to punish myself. I'm not mad at my body. I love it. I'm happy with it. I'm grateful for it. And this is just such a beautiful evolution to get to come here and learn this type of love for myself, and therefore my body, and this infinite intelligent being, this vessel that I get to borrow while I'm here, that has been here before me. It will be here after I leave, and it knows what it's doing on this planet. It is made up of the same things as Mother Gaia, and it will slowly guide you through what it needs and how to be the best steward of this temporary home. So I love you, and I hope you love your body. Thank you for watching.